Hi everyone, this is a review of the brand new Real Living wax melts from Big Lots that just came out over the past week. But before you get too excited, these are really just a rebrand of Living Colors wax melts. They are new scents. I don't know they're still made by MVP Group International, the same company that makes Living Colors. They're exactly the same. I don't know if this is just a new line of wax melts and candles, but Real Living is a Big Lots store brand. I guess it's a new brand. Or if it's just a change in the brand name from Living Colors to Real Living. But whatever the case, these are basically the same as the Living Colors wax melts. But they are, for the most part, most of the scents themselves, I believe, are new, but I'm not sure. So I will get started. None of these have scent notes, so we should be able to go through this pretty quickly. I will start with apple pie and nice red color. And I always buy more than one of each scent, so if you can see that there's none missing from this clamshell, but I reviewed another apple pie, so that's why there's nothing missing from this clamshell. So apple pie. This is not an apple pie scent. It's actually a salted caramel apple scent with a tiny bit of a donut note and maybe a smidgen of cinnamon. It's rich, sweet, and very salty, and it smells fantastic. It's similar and the same type of scent as like Sensational's caramel apple spice, Sensational's apple pumpkin spice, Sensational's Harvest Moon. It's very similar to Sensational's salted caramel apple, so it's that type of scent. The scent did start dissipating within 2 hours. I found that was kind of the case with a lot of these scents, is they didn't really last that long. Some of them did. Some of them lasted, between 2 and 3 hours. Some of them lasted all day, but for the most part, they didn't last as long as I'd like. Anyway, the throw on this scent is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Would do well in a medium to a large room. Oh, and these are, they're $3 each. $3 for, what is that, 3 ounces? I don't even know. I think it's 3 ounces. Now I'm curious. You would think that they would actually have something on here, but I guess they don't. I'm pretty sure these are 3 ounces, if not maybe 2.8 ounces. So $3 for 3 ounces is actually not too bad. Next we've got Bermuda Sands. And this is a weird one. I smell melon, not watermelon, but some kind of melon and mango and maybe a fresh note and a hint of light wood and a smidgen of coconut and floral. It's a little bit sweet, but it also has a tiny bit of a sour or even like a vinegary note, but not enough to ruin the scent. However, after a few hours, that vinegar note got stronger and I had to remove it from the warmer. It just got too, vinegary. That's the only way I can describe it. I've definitely smelled this scent before. It's a dupe of something else that I can't figure out. I think it might actually do well if you mix it with something sweet to temper that biting note. The throw was bold, 5 out of 5, took over the entire house. So I think it would probably work well as a mixer to, something that if you added something sweet to it, like a really, really super sweet floral, that might work. Next is Capri Citrus, a nice bright blue. And this is a fantastic rich orange scent with a super sweet hard candy note, possibly a hint of another fruit like strawberry or gooseberry, and maybe a smidgen of a tropical note way in the background. I think it's supposed to be a dupe of the Capri Blue Volcano scent. It's very similar to, if not almost exactly the same as, Better Homes and Gardens Over the Rainbow and Sonoma Blue Citron, both of which also use blue wax. The scent did start dissipating within 2 hours. Throw was very strong, 4 out of 5. Would do well in a large room and maybe outside the room. Next is Caribbean Sands. And This smells a bit like Coppertone suntan oil with that slight neroli note and maybe a smidgen of a sweet floral like gardenia. Has a little bit of a chemical note, but it's still a very nice scent, and the throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5 would do well in a medium to a large room. Next is Cinnamon Donut. And this does indeed smell like a cinnamon sugar donut. It's quite sweet, but not like a not like it has like a vanilla glaze. The cinnamon is not an intense red hot candy type cinnamon, and I can actually smell the donut dough. It's a nice scent, and the throw was strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next we have Cinnamon Spice. And this is a very cinnamony scent with a bit of ginger and possibly a smidgen of citrus and or apple, although it's not at all an apple cinnamon scent. It would be a ginger cookie or gingerbread scent if it had bakery notes, but it doesn't. And it's more of a cinnamon candy scent, but not a red hot or big red gum type of cinnamon. It's a totally different type of scent from the Cinnamon Spice from the Living Colors Holiday Collection, which I reviewed yesterday. It's also not the same as Warm Cinnamon, which is also from that collection. Warm Cinnamon is straight red hot cinnamon, more like red hot candies with no other notes, maybe a smidgen of cloves. So this one is different from like just a straight cinnamon scent. Throw on this one was medium, like a 3 out of 5 would do well in a small to medium-sized room, which is kind of unusual for cinnamon scents. They're usually way, way stronger. On the other hand, if you're not really a fan of cinnamon, then maybe having the weaker throw might actually be a good thing. Next we have Crisp Morning Air. Go. Oh gosh, with cat hair all over it. And this is what can I say? It's a sweet, pleasant cologne type scent with mahogany and a bit of a fresh note. The throw is faint, like a 2 out of 5. I could only smell it from like a few yards away, so it would do well in a tiny to a very small room, like maybe a tiny bathroom. Next we have Driftwood. Not sure why this is blue. It really should be brown, you would think, or gray or something. It's very weak on cold sniff. I smell light wood, but not like a milky sandalwood. I think it also has a smidgen of bergamot that gives it a masculine note, although it's not a cologne scent. Throw on this one was poor. Like a 1 out of 5, if that. Like I could only smell it from like a foot away. So this one I don't think would work well anywhere. So maybe a tiny bathroom, but I don't know. There's better scents out there that are going to throw better. So I would say maybe pass on the Driftwood. Next is Eucalyptus Mint. This smells a lot like Sensational's Zen. And it's probably a dupe of the Living Colors Eucalyptus Mint scents from December 2020, December 2019, and January 2019. It is like those other scents. It is eucalyptus and mint, but it's not like a strong, like a eucalyptus that clears your sinuses. It doesn't have that pine note. It has a little bit of sweetness from what I guess is like garden mint, but it also has like a very slight, like a tiny bit of like a laundry, almost like a laundry scent in the background that makes it a little bit sweet. It's a really, really nice scent. Very relaxing. And the throw is strong. 3.5 out of 5 would do well in a medium to a large size room. Next we have Evening Glow. Bright purple, reddish purple color. I'm getting a little bit of fruit with slightly milky wood, like a sandalwood, a little bit of saltiness, and and bergamot that gives scents a cologne note, although this is not a cologne scent at all. It's similar to the Bermuda Sands in that it also has a slightly sour or vinegary note, but that note is much more subtle and tolerable with this scent. The throw is medium, like a 3 out of 5 would do well in a small to medium-sized room. So this one was just kind of meh for me, basically. Next we have Mahogany Woods. And this is a nice, dark, rich men's cologne scent with a strong note of sweet mahogany, a little bit of a soapy note, and possibly a smidgen of barely detectable leather. It's the same scent as the Living Colors holiday scent called Winter Woods, which I reviewed yesterday. It's a little bit similar to the crisp morning air scent, but this scent has more mahogany and that possible smidgen of leather that crisp morning air does not have. And it's not as sweet and it doesn't have a fresh note. The throw on this is very strong, 4 out of 5. Would do well in a large room and maybe outside the room. So this is a really nice scent, Mahogany Woods. Midnight Tobacco. This smells like a combination of cedar and another wood, but not like a rich mahogany. It's just a tiny bit sweet. It has a teensy bit of a note that I can only describe as like wood varnish with a turpentine note, but in a really good way that actually enhances the cedar note. I know it sounds terrible, but it's actually, it makes it smell more cedary. I also get a cinnamony note in the room, but not up close or on cold sniff. There's no cinnamon in this scent, but in the room, I smelled like just a hint of that. The throw on this one is medium, 3 out of 5 would do well in a small to medium-sized room. Next is Orange Blossom. This smells like the Caribbean Sands scent with that copper tone suntan oil that does indeed have a neroli or an orange blossom note. I think it's just a tiny bit less sweet, and I don't think it has that smidgen of sweet floral that Caribbean Sands has. But like that scent, this also has a chemical note, and even more so with a metallic and slightly bitter note. It's not enough to ruin the scent though, and it's still very nice. I really can't tell much of a difference between this orange blossom scent and the Caribbean Sands scent. They really smell very, very similar to me. And the throw on this scent, like that scent, is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Next is Pineapple Coconut. And this would be an easy one to overlook if you don't like pineapple or coconut scents. But it is not at all what you would think. It's not a harsh pineapple and coconut type scent like most are. Instead, it's actually a soft floral with a little bit of coconut, a hint of pineapple, and maybe a smidgen of vanilla in that order. Although it's not overly sweet or flowery. And I adore this scent. It's fantastic. It has just a hint of pineapple. And even if you don't like pineapple, it's a really, really nice scent. So far for me, this is the winner. Throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Next is Rosewater. And this is a nice floral scent that smells like, kind of like peony scented soap with a rose note. It's different from similar scents in that it's not overly sweet. In fact, it's kind of rich and it has a salty note. I also detect bergamot, which is used to give scents a cologne note, but in this case it makes the scent a little perfumey, not cologne-y, but it's still not overly sweet. It does have that salty note, so it's not what you would expect. It's not like a super sweet rose or a super sweet like rose scented soap. It does have that, like I said, that salty bergamot note. It's a very nice scent, and the throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Next is Sea Salt Citron. A lot of cat hair. Here we go. And On cold sniff, this is a fresh, salty, slightly peppery scent with a little bit of a sour note and a smidgen of lemon or orange. The citrus note is maybe only 10% of the scent, and it has just a tiny bit of sweetness. Melted, however, it's a little sweeter, although it's still not really a sweet scent, and it has a floral note and the fresh, slightly salty note with just a smidgen of lemon, I think, and the sour note disappears. It's pleasant, although it's a little bit nondescript, and the throw is mild, like a 2.5 out of 5. Would do well in a very small to a small room, so maybe like a small bathroom. Next is Soothing Lavender. And this smells like baby powder with a hint of lavender and maybe a tiny bit of musk. It's not a bad scent, but the lavender is not authentic, and it has a little bit of a chemical note. It smells better on cold sniff. I mean, I like it. It's okay, but it's just okay. Throw, however, was poor, like a 1 out of 5. I could only smell it from like a few inches away, a foot at the most. So unfortunately, this is not going to throw anywhere. Maybe a tiny bathroom, possibly, but why waste your time with that? So it's a shame because it's not even that great of a scent. Spiced vanilla. What is that? There's something on the back of it. This is an almost even combination of cinnamon and super sweet vanilla, like maybe 60% cinnamon and 40% vanilla. It's nice and it's not overly cinnamony, and the throw is medium, like a 3 out of 5 would do well in a small to a medium-sized room. Next is Toasted Hazelnut. This is a yummy, sweet scent that smells like hazelnuts with lots of vanilla and a bit of caramel. It's a fake, nutty scent, but not at all in a bad way. And the throw was mild, like a 2.5 out of 5 would do well in a very small to a small room. Next is Vanilla Latte. And this one and the Pineapple Coconut, these are the two winners for sure. This is a fantastic scent of creamy coffee, sweet, slightly milky vanilla, and maybe a smidgen of a nutty note, like 60% coffee, 35% vanilla, and 5% nut. It's not overly coffee-ish, kind of like coffee-flavored ice cream. I love this scent. The throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5 would do well in a medium to a large room. Fantastic scent. So this one, the Vanilla Latte and the Pineapple Coconut, I would say these are the best of the bunch, for sure. That's a fantastic scent, and it lasted a long time. Next is Vanilla Sugar. This is a lovely combination of sweet, slightly milky vanilla buttercream and musk and warm amber and a floral. Most similar scents either have too much vanilla or not enough vanilla, but this one is an equal balance and it smells fantastic. The throw is medium, like a 3 out of 5, would do well in a small to medium-sized room. And next we have Warm Cashmere. Oh my gosh, a lot of cat hair. This is a wonderful scent of buttery, slightly milky vanilla with a little bit of a warm cashmere amber scent, amber note, and a hint of musk. It's mostly vanilla though, like 75% vanilla. And although it sounds similar, it's a totally different scent from the Vanilla Sugar scent, in that this scent has much more vanilla and it's a buttery, rich vanilla. This scent is also not quite as sweet as Vanilla Sugar, and Vanilla Sugar has a floral note that this scent does not. The throw on this Warm Cashmere is mild, like a 2.5 out of 5 would do well in a very small to small room. So there you have it. Those are the 22 scents from the new Real Living wax melts from Big Lots. I suspect there might be a couple of other scents. There could be maybe 22 is an odd number. Usually I would think they would come out with like 24, maybe 25. So I have a feeling there might be a couple of other scents out there that I didn't find. If I do find them, I will add them to the text version of this review, which you can read at waxmeltreviews.com. And feel free to join our Facebook group where we discuss all different brands and scents for store-bought and retail brand wax melts. You can find the link to our Facebook group underneath this video and on our website at waxmeltreviews.com. Have a good day.